Folks, welcome to my daily workout. 6 days a week while I'm stuck inside, I'm doing simple, minimal equipment, 20-minute-ish workouts that I am sharing with all of you. So if you are watching on Instagram, thanks for tuning in. If you're checking this out later on YouTube, please like and subscribe for more. First, before I start, I'm just going to show you what kind of equipment I've got today. So I'm using my 10-pound ball and resistance band, about a 1/2 inch in width. I'm also going to be using this couch a little bit later on, so if you have a raised surface that's pretty stable, like a couch, a bench, a bed, even a chair against the wall, that would be great. If not, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is a little bit more convenient for what I'm going to be doing today if you're going to be following along. Okay, so first I always start with a little bit of core bracing. Today I got two simple moves that you may have seen before. One is going to be a dead bug, nice and gentle. Then we're going to flip over and do a bird dog. Okay, so dead bug's going to look like this. I'm going to lie flat on my back. My knees are bent at about a 90-degree angle there. My arms are straight up and my shoulder blades are pretty much back against the ground here. I'm going to keep the core nice and tight. I want to keep these lower back ribs stuck to the ground, so I'm going to take a big breath. 360 degrees of bracing around the spine. I'm going to reach out with the opposite leg and arm, like so. And that's 1. I'm basically doing 10 on each side. So if you're just counting each rep, you can count up to 20. That's 2 of 10. You notice the opposite leg, the opposite arm reach out. I'm trying not to touch the ground on this particular dead bug variation. There are tons of variations that you can do. So you may have seen people step into the ground. You may have done like a slide variation or a hover variation with the legs. It's all good, it all works. This one is kind of the introductory variation, I would say. Got 3 more on each side. Keeping the core tight the whole time, keeping those lower back ribs stuck to the ground. Okay, and the other one I'm going to kind of flip right over and do almost the reverse thing. Now I'm on all fours here. Okay, this is the bird dog. So with this one, I'm really going to reach for the ground with my arms here. I'm really pressing through the base of my palms, but then I'm going to go up on the opposite limbs, so to speak. Okay, so I'm reaching out this way with the opposite leg and arm. I want to think reach rather than lift, because if I lift with that leg, I'm going to turn in the hips. My lower back is going to get a little bit twisted up, and I don't want any rotation in the lumbar spine on this one. I try to remain nice and stable and really reaching for the ground with that other arm. You're almost bringing that knee and that elbow together. You're going to relax there. 10 on the other side. Once again, really reaching, protracting that shoulder blade forward the entire time. So the upper back is going to be higher than the lower back. It's not really like a tabletop position, which a lot of these exercises are. 6, 7, but I don't want to let the midsection sag at the same time. I still want to keep the core nice and tight. All right, flipping back over for another round of the dead bugs. I'm going to do 2 rounds of each to get nice and braced here, okay? Big breath into the lower back. And flipping over for one more round of the bird dogs. Once again, really reaching for the ground. My upper back is nice and high, my core is nice and tight. Reaching out with those opposite limbs. Notice that leg's going straight back, right? It's not going up. And if you do go up on one rep, you will notice the difference. Try it out if you like. All right, so that's the core bracing for today. Nice and gentle. Today is going to be all about accessory work. So I hit the 4 big movement patterns. I sort of gave each one a day: push, pull, squat, and hinge throughout the week. Now I want to work on those smaller muscles that maybe didn't get as much attention. So I'm actually going to start with some bicep curls, because those are always fun. Everybody knows what those are. But I don't have dumbbells, so I'm going to do mine with a band. I'm going to do them one arm at a time, just so I can get the proper amount of tension. You can kind of adjust your band or your weight however you like. This is just going to be a basic curl in terms of the form. I'm going to step on both sides of that band because I want a nice little bit of tension right from the beginning. I'm going to keep my elbow nice and glued into the side. I'm going to keep my ribs down, so I'm not going to arch in the lower back. Ribs down, preventing that rib cage flare. And then I'm just going to curl up like that. And that's actually pretty tense. And I'm going for 10 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch it up on the other side. Same thing. I want to make sure I got about the same amount of tension there. Another 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That skylight is blasting me right in the face. 7, 8, 9, 10. Next up, I'm going to hit some tricep work. So I'm going to do some tricep overhead extensions. I'm going to do them seated on this couch, actually, just to stay in frame. Really, that's the only reason. Also, it's actually probably going to help me concentrate on keeping my rib cage down, because again with this one, I don't want those ribs to flare. What I'm going to do here is, I got the ball. If you're using a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever, that's great. I've got my elbows pointing forward, so I'm not pointing out if I can help it. Pointing forward, and from here, I'm just extending those arms straight up over the head for 10, 3, 4, 5. If you're doing this standing up, make sure you keep the knees nice and soft and the glutes nice and tight. That always helps with the posture. A couple more. Nice. I was tempted to make this a total upper body day, but I would be remiss if I did not include something for the glutes. Glute health strongly correlates to overall health, so don't ignore your glutes. I know I've been hitting squats pretty much all week, but it never hurts to do a little bit of isolation work. So here I'm actually going to do glute bridge, but I'm going to do it with the feet elevated, so a little bit different from the way I normally do it. I'm actually going to get my feet up on the couch here. I'm going to get a little 10-pound ball, and I'm going to nestle it in my lap here nice and snugly. Okay, the idea here is I'm going to bridge up at the hips and lock my hips out at the top and squeeze my glutes. I'm driving through the heels like so, just like that. Little squeeze at the top for 10. Now the trick here is to keep the eyes down on the hips. Don't look up there, because if you look up there, that's where you'll go. You'll bridge up too high and put too much stress on the lower back. So that's 3, 4, 5. You can touch right down to the ground when you come down, no worries. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm feeling that in the hamstrings today. You might be too. That's not a problem. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to do a little kind of another pull movement here, but it's going to be for the scapula. So those scapular muscles, going to be working those. This is like a kind of a band pull apart variation. It can be called the no money drill, because it's like you're emptying your pockets and you've got no money. That's the nickname for it anyway. All right, so I want a little bit of tension on that band to start with, not a whole lot. I'm going to keep my elbows nice and tight to the side, and then I'm just reaching out like so. I'm trying to bring those shoulder blades together and back, so it's a fairly limited range of motion. This is a little bit too much tension on this band, so I recommend you go lighter. This is not supposed to feel super hard. It's actually super helpful if you have a corner of a wall and you've got it nestled right up against that corner and you feel your shoulder blades sort of pinch the corner of that wall. That's like a nice little guide for you. But basically all you're doing there is pushing those hands apart, and in back, those shoulder blades are coming in together, retracting. That's the idea with that one. Okay, so those are the 4. I'm going to hit all 4 of those as a block for 3 total sets. So that was 1 set going into set number 2. I don't need much of a break here. I want to get a little bit of cardiovascular work into this stuff. And since they're more isolation lifts, they don't really take the breath out of me. But if you're feeling a little bit more fatigued, you can certainly take a longer rest period. That's not a problem at all. Okay, from here, once again with the curls, I'm just trying to get out of that ray of sunshine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And right into those tricep extensions. So elbows point forward, ribs down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flipping right over for some glute bridges with the feet elevated. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, with the no monies. I'm going to make mine considerably lighter this time in terms of the tension on the band there. All right, elbows nice and tucked into the side. Those shoulder blades coming together and back. All right, see how quick that was? I'm going to get right into the last round, so I don't know why I tossed that band away, because I need it. Okay, last round of bicep curls here. We're almost done, folks. It is a short one today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last round of the tricep extensions. Rib cage down, elbows forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last time on the feet, elevated glute bridge. Remember, eyes down on the hips, not up there. Driving through the heels, squeezing the glutes to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more time on those no monies. If you want to do this without a band and just do this right here and just try to bring those shoulder blades together, that's absolutely fine. If the band feels a little bit weird at first, which it certainly can. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's actually it today, folks. No finisher today. I want to keep it nice and light. Tomorrow I am going to hit a core blast workout, so it's going to be all core, straight through, and we're definitely going to have a pretty tough finisher on that one. So I want to stay fresh. After that, a little bit of a rest day, because that will be day 6 of 6. So if you're following along on Instagram Live, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube later, please like and subscribe. I will have more content tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Take care.